Sure, thank you.
Look at you. Congratulations. Sorry, man. Some water. Great on it. Hey, how are you doing? You always talk about it.
This is my dad.
Yeah.
In this country.
We can never replace you. But we... Yeah, you can sit there. Yeah.
He said no.
I know. He's overwhelmed. There's a lot of people out here. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
You don't know Mom?
This is Mom. Remember you want to take Mom to dinner? Where are you going?
Please be seated. Good morning, friends, family, significant others, grandchildren, children, hear them in the back, staff, administration. On behalf of the College of Dental Medicine in the Columbia University Medical Center at Columbia University in the city of New York, I welcome you to the 2019 graduation ceremony. So it's a round of applause for our graduates. Next Monday, a whole new group of eager graduate students and residents will arrive. And what Dr. Stohler and I always tell them is that you have choices. And we're glad that you chose Columbia University to further your education and training. Many of you know Carly Fiorina, the ex-CEO of Hewlett-Packard. She recently wrote a book called Find Your Way. And a large part of that book talks about choices. She says you all have them. You and your family did make a choice, according to her at this point of your career and life, to come here, whether it's 1 year, 2 years, up to 6 years. And she says, as you would leave now, you still have to continue to make these choices. And she lists and identifies 10 of these choices that I think, as healthcare providers, it fits perfectly. 1, you will expand your knowledge or not, your choice. You will increase your circle or not. You will act from compassion or not. You will wait patiently for life or not. You will challenge your own prejudices or not. You'll practice gratitude or not. You will help others or not. You will let others speak first or not. You will ask for help or not. And you will encourage others or not. And I truly believe everyone on this dais has also made those choices and have helped all of your significant others hopefully achieve all the goals and get started off in the right career. I think it's fitting that we have this ceremony on the main campus in Lerner Hall. And what it does is it shows that Columbia University, in all its inclusiveness and diversity, believes in community. And at the center of that community is the chaplain's office, and we're honored to have Janelle Davis give the invocation.
Thank you, Dr. Fine. I'm just back from Kenya yesterday, and I want to acknowledge that the College of Dental Medicine is well known throughout Kenya for the hard work and the great work that you do. Thank you, Dean Stohler, for the encouraging that good work. I also want to acknowledge Kavita. She is so well known there, she's just one name. It's just Kavita. Kavita, do you know Kavita? And so I'm very glad to see that you're going to be honored today as well. Hear these words of invocation. Doctors of dental specialties, we give thanks for your clinical skills and for your research. You are healers and life changers for so many children, for the elderly, and for the rest of us. You bring relief from pain, respite from anxieties, improve daily living, and confirm hope for a better future. Your role in public health is both global and local. May God continue to add to your skills, encourage your important research, and bless your generous spirit. May it be so. May it be so.
One of the other things that if you read the book, Find Your Way, that I think is appropriate to healthcare providers. And I really didn't realize that the dean must have been talking to the author about this, because one of the things she points out in a key area, we pay attention to what we measure. And this is true 100% of the time. What you measure is what people will pay attention to. No one will care about the things that you don't track. And one of the dean's visions here at the dental school for this university on our part is to actually track everything, to measure all the outcomes, the successes, even the failures of every dental student and graduate student through the most sophisticated systems that are available out there. If you ever come now to the dental school, and many of you have had, where your sons, daughters, significant others have worked and treated patients, it's a remarkable institution thanks to the vision of Dean Stohler in his attempt to measure everything. Dean Stohler, please.
Thank you, Dean Fine. Good morning, everyone. Welcome, graduates of the Advanced Dental Education programs, guests, and all members and friends of the University of Columbia College of Dental Medicine. I want to thank the faculty who have joined us this morning to support and acknowledge the milestone achievements of our graduates. We are here today to celebrate and congratulate our graduates on reaching this particular stage. I know that I speak for your faculty when I say that we are proud of each of you. I would like the graduate residents to please stand at your seat. On behalf of Columbia University, I want to thank you for choosing the College of Dental Medicine to complete your advanced dental education. Please give our graduates a round of applause. this point, we must take a moment to recognize those in the audience or elsewhere who have supported you, our 2019 graduates, throughout this journey. They have supported you with love, understanding, finances, and have done so often with great personal sacrifice. At this point, we must take a moment to recognize those in the audience or elsewhere who have supported you, our 2019 graduates, throughout this journey. Let's give them a round of applause. On this important day, I'm pleased to call upon the faculty who are directly responsible for our students' education. The faculty is endowed with the authority to acknowledge the accomplishments of our graduates and recommend them for graduation. I would like them to stand and be recognized as well. Faculty, please stand. Thank you, and to continue with Dr. Fine.
Thank you, Dean Stohler. What has become part of a tradition, and it's just a tradition just starting, it's 2 years in a row, is that unfortunately people who we've come to love, part of this faculty, either retire or move on. And last year, Dr. Edelstein had stepped down as the head of the section of population oral health. This year, dear friend, a great teacher, a great mentor, probably of the largest program that we have at the school, the AGD program, Dr. Mark Slenoff is stepping down from his position at the College of Dental Medicine. Our decision was that he should be the keynote speaker. He should address the audience. So, Dr. Slenoff, please come up to the podium.
Good morning, Dean Stohler, Associate Deans, Section Chairs, faculty, support staff, graduates, families, and honored guests. Thank you for joining us on this wonderful occasion. I want to begin by singling out the people who make the postdoctoral programs really run, and that is the group of program directors sitting behind me. To them, to me, they are the hardest working people in the school, and they are Drs. Yoon, Bittner, Kim, Shen, Koch, Alawadia, Bunza, and Philippa. And of course, Dr. Chang, with whom I seem to weather a new storm almost every day. Next, I want to thank Yolanda De Leon and Kelly Johnson, without whom I don't know how we would even function. And there is one more very special person that deserves to be recognized this morning. She not only is one of the all-time great residents, but she is a reluctant hero as well. It is not every day that we get to save someone's life, but a couple of months ago, Elaine Setholm did just that. When one of my residents suffered a stroke, it was Elaine who reacted, diagnosed, and saved his life. Elaine, I know you don't want to do this, but please stand up so we can recognize you. This year, in my role as medical director, I have had the opportunity to meet and speak with all of the postdoctoral residents. And I have to say that with the exception of endo, perio, ortho, pros, public health, GPR, peds, and OS, they've all been great. The most remarkable graduation speech that I have ever heard was given about 5 years ago by Admiral William McCraven, former Navy SEAL and head of U.S. Special Forces at his alma mater, Texas A&M. Admiral McCraven stood ramrod straight, looked impeccable in his dress white uniform, and had total command of the audience from the first word of his address. In fact, I showed this speech to AGD, and everyone was totally wowed and inspired by it. Well, today, we don't have Admiral McRaven. We have a tired, worn-out old dentist from New Jersey who can barely stand up some days, but I will do my best to come up with something relevant and meaningful. As many of you know, prior to coming to Columbia, I had run a reasonably successful practice in the very middle-class town of Vernon, New Jersey, in the northwestern corner of the state near the golf and ski resorts. Along the way, I have had the enormously good fortune to teach at the Aesthetic Advantage and in other venues, including dental meetings, DPRs, and many, many more. I bring this up because these experiences have given me a different perspective from many here at CDM, and they have greatly influenced my teaching style and what I consider my educational priorities. Now, my wife Fran and I happen to live around the corner from a great Chinese restaurant, Shan Li, on West 65th Street. About 3 months ago, we got an order from Seamless, and when I opened up my fortune bookie, it read the following: do the best you can until you know better. I immediately realized that this fortune, which I would call fortune number 1, was completely relevant to postdoctoral education. So I thought that perhaps other fortunes could be valuable as well. I began to eat as much Chinese food as I could, and have come up with several other fortunes that I thought would be appropriate for this address. Not only did this work out well for me and hopefully for you in the audience, but the folks at Shan Li were pretty happy as well. Fortune number 2. It is now and in this world that we must live. I graduated dental school many years ago. None of my classmates had any real debt, and everyone went out and started their own practice or bought one from a retiring dentist. Well, that world is long gone. That is not necessarily a bad thing, it is just your reality, and it is in this world that we must live. My generation was able to make mistakes in both business and even with patients, and we could recover. It will be much more difficult for you. The good news is that you are far better prepared to face the real world than I was. You are smarter, more highly educated, and far more worldly. You are, for the most part, a little older and much more self-aware. Many of you have worked prior to going to dental school. You know what it takes to be a business person. You know how to create trust and value, which are not only the keys to being a successful dentist today, but also 2 words that my AEGD residents probably hope they never hear again. Will you leave CDM and open your own practices? Perhaps yes, but more probably no, at least not right away, and that is okay. The world has changed, and the important thing is to embrace what has changed and what will inevitably change moving forward. Use your knowledge and perception of your reality to become the leaders of your profession and enjoy the many rewards that dentistry can offer, regardless of the manner in which you practice. Fortune number 3. Whatever your goal in life is, embrace it and it will be yours. Notice that this fortune uses the word goal and not dream. The 2 are very different. Dreams are thought about, goals are achieved. You cannot be successful in life without creating goals that are tangible, measurable, and realistic, yet challenging. As you begin your careers, sit down and record your goals, not your dreams, but your goals. This must be your first step. Life today is just too complex to leave your future to chance. And without challenging yet attainable goals, that is exactly what you will be doing. Do you want to do 5 full mouth restorations next month? Great, write it down and figure out how you're going to make it happen. Place 5 implants next week, write it down and figure it out. Lying in bed at night and thinking about it will not make it happen. Be proactive with everything that is important to you. If you are not, nobody is going to do it for you. Fortune number 4. The man or woman you desire feels the same about you. Whoops, I'm sorry, wrong speech. Fortune number 5. Wealth awaits you very soon. As my grandmother would have said, from your mouth to God's ears. The concept of wealth has many different meanings. and not just the one that my grandmother always worried about. There is little doubt that all of you graduating today will eventually accumulate a degree of monetary wealth. That, however, is not the only measure of a truly wealthy person. Dentistry is a very stressful profession, and it is easy for it to become the sole focus of your daily existence. Do not let this happen to you as it did for me for so many years. Many of you either have or are about to create families. Most of you have any number of things that are meaningful to you. Embrace these things and always try to keep a perspective on what in your life is truly important. Do not let the financial, the clinical, or the interpersonal challenges of dentistry consume you. Remember that although it is very, very important, your profession is not the only thing that will define you. Enjoy your lives, be proud of who you are and what you have accomplished. Always try to do the right thing and success will come. I always believed this, and it turned out that I was right. Do things the right way the first time, and success, whether monetary or otherwise, will be yours to enjoy. Okay, now back to fortune number one. Do the best you can until you know better. To me, this sums up the goal of postdoctoral education beautifully. Regardless of where you are in your educational journey, you are only as good as the information that you have been exposed to. All of you graduated from dental school with a core of knowledge, and you used that to perform the best treatment that you could. Now you realize that your pre-doctoral experience was tremendously limiting as it needed to be, and now you are able to do things much better and much more efficiently. The good and bad news is that even now, as you complete your postdoctoral training, you can only do the best you can until you know better. The real world of dentistry presents endless challenges, situations that you have never dealt with, and you will be making clinical decisions quickly and often by yourself. Therefore, you must realize that dentistry involves continual learning at the highest possible level, and it never, ever stops. Don't be afraid of what you don't know. Just keep learning until you know better. In many ways, my years at CDM have been the most challenging, frustrating, but yet rewarding and gratifying of my entire life. My mind was opened up to new possibilities and allowed me to not only teach, but to nurture, which to me is what this is all about. In the end, it all boils down to the people, and CDM is blessed with wonderful people, from the top on down, from the deans to the faculty to the students and everyone in between. Being able to speak with you today is truly a great honor for me. I want you to know that I have learned more from all of you than you could ever possibly imagine. I wish each and every graduate the very best, and thank you for allowing me the privilege of teaching you all.
You don't have to leave more. Still would have had to give the speech. Fantastic speech. If you think back to when you came in during your orientation, you met one of our faculty who inducted you right away as an alumni of the school. The minute you set foot, even though you hadn't even made it to this point. And I think the one thing that he wanted you to do, though, was to love this school as much as he has had since 1980. Dr. Thomas Vignani graduated the best class ever, right? 1980. The present 1852 Society is here now to close that loop. Dr. Vignani.
First of all, I'd like to say, I don't know what the Admiral said, but that was some speech, Mark. Good morning, everyone. I'm Tom Vignani, president of the 1852 Society and an active member of the Columbia Alumni Associations. Congratulations to all of you. After 4 years of dental school, I had had enough. But you all have spent 1, 2, 3, and even 6 extra postdoctoral graduate training years. The sacrifice, commitment, and hard work is to be commended, and you should all be proud of yourselves. You are all now new members of the Columbia Alumni Association and the Alumni Association of CDM. And no matter what dental school you went to, you are all members of our CDM family. We are a small family, sometimes dysfunctional, but always caring. Now all of you into the real world of dental practice where patients and patient referrals are necessary to survive. Always remember to refer to our family. Look to your left and look to your right, and I am sure you can see great endodontists, periodontics, pediatric dentists, orthodontists, prosthodontists, and general dentists. You know they are all well-trained, and you know that they are all caring people. Send your patients to them. Stay in touch, come back to teach, take our CE, and join our study clubs. I guarantee that your life will be fuller when you go it together. You will always be welcome home, and will always help you, I promise. Congratulations, and you guys make all of us very proud. Thank
you. If you look around, many of the faculty out there volunteer. They give their own time, their own money. They're committed to the school for all sorts of various reasons. Dr. Formicola, the Dean Emeritus, had decided that it's important to recognize those volunteers who teach your sons, daughters, husbands, wives in the postgraduate programs. And the Vice Dean, Dr. Salentine, who is once again part of the heart and soul of the college, all right, has been given the role of taking care of this Alan Formicola Award year in and year out. Dr. Salentine.
So, I guess I have to do this. So the teaching program of the College of Dental Medicine, as Dr. Fine already said, is enriched by, really beyond measure, by the practicing dentists who are willing to share their experience and expertise with the students, and who generously give both time and effort to serve as the Dean's faculty. The Dean's faculty means you're not getting paid. In particular, the postdoctoral specialty programs benefit from their generosity. The Alan J. Formicola Award for Excellence in Teaching was instituted in the year 2001 in order to recognize outstanding contributions by selected members of this faculty. The award was named after Dean Formicola, and he served as Dean for 23 years. This was a remarkable period of time. The award recognizes not only the recipients' contributions to the program of their own specialty, but it importantly celebrates their impact on the educational and collegial environment that benefits all postdoctoral programs. And I'm very honored to call forward Dr. Budasov. Dr. Daniel Budasov Dr. Budasov goes very far back because I had him as a student in my class a long, long time ago. Daniel. Okay. He has been a faculty member in our school for many years. He is one of the most committed volunteer faculty members of the program, always willing to go the extra step to teach the students, and he is available to them by phone to go over difficult cases. He has given time of his practice to meet with students in his practice to discuss cases further. This year, Dr. Budasov is devoting a lot of time and effort to develop a complete interdisciplinary course for all the PG programs with his own lectures and those of invited guests. Because of this continuous commitment to CDM, we are proud to give Dr. Budusov this year's Coca-Cola Awards.
Many individuals here in the audience have worked weeks to have this run as smooth as possible. And they also take care of all the graduate students. They do an incredible job working behind the scenes. Although it's easy to, as the dean gave credit to everybody up here, they all deserve that. There's a group down here, Yolanda De Leon, Kelly Johnson, Jari, Christina, Michael Waring, who's, I don't know if he's in the audience, on a day-to-day basis help make everything work. They're there for every graduate student whenever there's a problem or whenever an issue. And they were here this morning with Melissa Welsh and Diana Lugo at about 7 in the morning, setting everything up. So a round of applause to our staff. Now, this part is unlike any other graduation ceremony that you've probably been at. We don't have a valedictorian, we don't have a salutatorian. We have many valedictorians and many salutatorians. It becomes an interactive situation for each program. So I know this is done what you've been waiting for, and we're going to get right to it. And you heard Chaplain Davis say that we have a very famous faculty member in Kenya, and I think in Northern Manhattan also. She does go by one name, Kavita. To start off the thing, it's a certificate in public health. Kavita.
Morning, Dean Stohler, Chaplain Davis, Dr. Magnani, Dean Salentine, Dr. Schlenov, of course, Dr. Fine, and the Office of Postdoctoral Programs. On behalf of the Section of Population Oral Health and the Program in Dental Public Health, congratulations to all of the graduates here today. I heard what you said, Dr. Schlenov, about writing everything down, and I wrote everything yesterday, but have brought my daughter's 8th grade speech. She's graduating today. So before I tell you about middle school, let me tell you about dental public health, and bear with me if this is not the best that it could be. The program in dental public health is a one-year program that enrolls dentists who have already received master's level training in public health. We prepare our graduates to challenge the American Board of Dental Public Health, and they are able to join an elite group of just 160 diplomates across the world. We have a specialty that's concerned with applied research, program development, program evaluation, provision of care for special and vulnerable populations. So in other words, we work for all of you, your families, and your communities. This year we have one graduate, Dr. Sarah Douglas Burton, who unfortunately could not be here as she is in Colorado attending a family emergency. So please join me in congratulating Sarah.
Give a gift out, and every year it's the same gift. It's a cross pen. It's donated from Dr. Thomas Vignani, as I said, who's head of the president of the 1852 Society, just so you know that. So we're probably blessed with a great program director in endodontics. He's incredibly knowledgeable. He has fantastic surgical skills, and all his residents basically come to Columbia. As I said, they have a choice, but their choice is really to study with Dr. Kim. Dr. Kim, please come on up.
Congratulations. This year again, we have a group of excellent students who are graduating from our postdoctoral endodontics program. This graduating class is extraordinary. As a program director, I have raised the bar for graduation much higher than before. I think that this is probably the most rigorous program in the United States. There are more research activities and also more cases to complete in order for them to graduate. And all of our graduates successfully completed their requirements. And I'm really grateful to all of you for your successful completion of the program. People say that school is an organization and the program is just part of it. But I have a different thoughts on it. The program is not just part of the organization, but a living entity. And I would call this an organism. And each member of this organism is vital to its quality and function, which will contribute to a large organism, which can be a school. And I believe all our graduates work truly hard to their fullest extent possible. And their every effort they made during the 2 years endodontics program made our program stronger than ever before. And I'm very thankful for all your strong work ethics and hard work. And graduates, as I call your name, please come on the stage. Michael Chang. Michael graduated from Harvard Dental School, and he presented his research projects at the AA meetings in 2018 and 2019. Upon graduation, he's going to work in private practice in New Jersey. Fabiola Douglas. Fabiola graduated from our Columbia Dental School. She presented her research projects at the AA meetings 2018 and 2019, and she won a research award at the 2018 AA meeting. Upon graduation, she's going to work in private practice in New York and New Jersey. Before I actually call the next resident, I'd like to actually ask Dr. Hasselgreen to join. I saw him in the back, I forgot to call. He's our section chair, division director of the endodontics program. Mona Judy. Mona graduated from University of Pennsylvania Dental School. She presented her research project at 2018 and 2019 AA meetings. She won a research award in 2018 AA meeting. Upon graduation, she's going to work in private practice in New York. Stephen King. Stephen graduated from University of Illinois. All of your contribution to the program, and personally, I feel sad that I feel like that I'm losing one of myself when they leave. So I wish that I can still connect with all of you, and hopefully that we can see each other more often than any other class, since all of you actually stay in New Jersey and New York. Thank you.
มันชัดมากที่สุดเลย
You're going to represent your class. Come on.
Hello, my name is Stephen Kim, and I'll be sharing a few words from our 2019 class of endodontists. Each root canal can have a long and winding road inside a tooth. The 6 of us have been in that position and can laugh it off, as today marks the end of our 22nd grade, more or less. How many have you gone to a dentist or an endodontist and said this? I'm so scared because I heard root canal procedure hurts like For the 6 of us, that results in an instant grin on our face because you are our favorite type of patients. We're all thinking, yeah, can't wait to see that smile on your face after this painless procedure today, and I'll look like a superhero for doing the seemingly impossible task. Columbia has given us sight and perception and taught us to be innovative thinkers, to be someone who is willing to keep up and move forward with the present. I can confidently say that Columbia has instilled that mindset within us that will remain the hallmark for the rest of our careers. Of course, sitting where we are today would not be possible without the help of many people, so please accept the humble thanks from your residents. To Dr. Hasselgren, the chair of our department, thank you for always standing up for us and inspiring us to be independent and innovative. There was never a dull moment thanks to your intelligent and sarcastic humor. To Dr. Bora, thank you for your dedication and genuine effort towards us. Your presence turned out to be an instant asset to our program and provided a huge upgrade. Now, every now and then, in addition to the 7 natural wonders of the world, there are always debates regarding the 7 natural wonders of whatever else. But if we could place a person on the list, it would be our very own Dr. Kim, the treasurer of the Columbia University Endodontics program. Thank you for Thank you for devoting your time and effort to be a program director to make us feel at home, as you are so approachable, understanding, and compassionate, even though you could be living a completely different life outside, as you're a world-class clinician and a walking encyclopedia. And to our past and present assistants, Jean, Taisha, and Isaac, thank you for literally helping us survive in the clinic and always being on our side, even at our crankiest moments. You guys were the real MVPs in our eyes and helped our clinic to be chill and enjoyed. To all the part-time and volunteer attendings, thank you for expanding our worldview of endodontics and for encouraging us to pay it forward to the next generation of learning clinicians. Finally, to our families, friends, and colleagues, thank you for your endless love and support throughout our journey to this point. Thank you for believing in us in the past and still believing in us as we enter the real world with way too much school loans. Thanks to everyone for coming, and one last time, congratulations.
Dr. Kim, don't start reading fortune cookies like Dr. Schlenoff, otherwise Dr. Stoll's gonna have another problem. He walked in so quietly, which is really, really amazing. The next program is Certificate of Professional Achievement in Implantology, but he's come up to make broader comments. Dr. Dennis Tarnow, the director.
Good morning. Good morning. What a wonderful day, right? Yeah. Couldn't be any better. Congratulations to all the graduates for all the programs, and mostly congratulations to the parents and family who helped get them here and, of course, support them. The program that we have is a fellowship type of program. Leora Walter, along with previous graduates, are already specialists, mostly prosthodontists or periodontists, that want to go back and continue their education in implant dentistry. Leora has been an incredible hard worker. Unfortunately, she hasn't been able to get here today, but I want to congratulate her on her incredible desire to learn, keep learning. She's a learning machine from 8 in the morning to 8 at night. So unfortunately she couldn't be here today, but I want to congratulate her on this award. I will tell you that it's great to see so many graduates from all the different programs. I encourage you to go teach. I encourage you to take part-time and go back, whether it be at a hospital, whether it be at a school, even another school. I don't know any of the names around here, but you find the school, find the program, and thereby keep your learning going and also impart your knowledge. It will be the finest and richest thing you'll ever do for yourself and for your future patients. So thank you for the honor of being director of this implant education. Thank you, Dean. And also, I want to just again congratulate New York. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Tarnow. If anyone in your family has a great smile, straight teeth, then your friendly local orthodontist was that reason. And I've gotten to spend a lot of time with our ortho colleagues recently. So Dr. Chang and Dr. Wadwa, please come up and introduce your candidates.
Standing over here, first of all, congratulations to the class 2019, not just the auto, but all the specialty programs here, to you and to your families. Here, 3 years memory all came to me in this one moment. 3 years ago, from almost 200 candidates, we picked these 7 candidates, and also you gave us your trust to pick this program to receive your 3 years training. So 3 years we challenged you to integrate your knowledge from dental school with this new knowledge in orthodontics, not just braces but growth, craniofacial development. So all the field you have been challenged, and we also trying to train your skills on traditional and cutting edge technology. Hopefully, we prepared you well enough to the future world. And now you received your education. Academy, I hope Academy will not just impose a deadline for this with minimum word count. Now your life is your own to create. Starting from today, you will make a decision what your life, what your future going to be. And I believe we give you this foundation to achieve that. So now I'm going to call my graduate, and once you have heard your name, you can stand up. Our chair of the division, Dr. Wadwa, will hand you your diploma. Dr. Man Asatan. Dr. Asatan graduated from King South University, and he did his research on evaluation of alveolar chest height and dental status in post-menopausal HIV-infected women in New York City. So you are here, I mentioned this topic a lot of times here today. It's an NIH funded grant. We have 4 current graduates involved in this research, and each of them take a small part from this big topic. Dr. Bianca Cavalry. Dr. Cavalry is graduated from Dental School, Columbia University, CDF. So now she has another CDF certificate. She did her basic science research on the role of alpha-2 microglobulin in mediating TMJ disease. So hopefully, with her research, with her help, we can find a cure or some contribution to the treatment of TMJ disease. Dr. Adar Finkel. Dr. Finkel from Boston University, and she has been doing this research on the periodontal disease prevalence in the, again, post-menopause HIV-infected women since she did her fellowship in this program. So it has been lasted long, and she continued, contribute, even published her research. Dr. Renee Kojanis. Dr. Kojanis Como is from New York University. And she and Dr. Roone Packard, who is not going to be here today, because his flight is canceled in Dallas, so get stuck there. Dr. Kojanis Como and Dr. Packard developed this unique study on the prevalence of white spot lesions after clear alignment therapy, and have some significant finding compared to the traditional braces, which can benefit our clinical care significantly. Dr. Melina Panzos. Dr. Panzos is graduated from University of Pennsylvania, and she did the lab part of that HIV study to measure the cytokine levels in the gingival clavicular fluid. That's a very kind of time-consuming work, and she did figure out in her busy clinic life and find out the time to conduct all this research. Dr. Jordan Roth. Dr. Roth is graduated from Ohio State University, and he reviewed orthodontic and endodontic relationship, particularly focused on the external apical root resorption and orthodontic treatment. Dr. Solomon Salmon. Dr. Salmon graduated dental school from Case Western Reserve University, and he studied on the cone beam CT, measured the bone age-related bone density change on the normal and HIV-infected menopause, pre- and post-menopause patients. And now, congratulations to this class. We can celebrate this moment.
I thought you were all running away. Come on.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you all for coming. I would like to first start off by thanking our orthodontic faculty, both part-time and full-time, especially Dr. Chen, Dr. Wadwa, and Dr. O'Hay. Thank you for taking the time to provide us with this incredible education and always supporting us throughout these last 3 years. Dr. Chen, for your calm and collected demeanor, no matter what patients came into the clinic, and always having our backs. Dr. Wadwa, for your ability to bring lightheartedness into any situation. And Dr. O'Hay, for your invaluable skills as a clinician. But more importantly, your unbelievable lunch spread you make for us every year. We're really gonna miss that. Our assistants, Sandra, Mo, Lily, and Jomadis, what would we have done without you? The amount of x-rays you've taken and the amount of alginate impressions you've poured up for us this past year is mind-boggling. Jessica, Karen, and the front desk staff for keeping us and our patients in check. All of you are what made our experience here at Columbia so great. Lastly, but most importantly, the biggest thank you goes to our family and friends that have supported us throughout these chapters of our lives. Each and every one of us has such a great support system, and we wouldn't have been able to get to this point without all of you. For most of my life, I knew I wanted to become an orthodontist. My father is an orthodontist, my grandfather was an orthodontist, my older brother, always the underachiever of the family, is an oral maxillofacial surgeon. I've been working towards this day my entire life, as I know we all have. But I've come to realize that becoming an orthodontist is more than just the title or certificate that we gain upon graduation. Many people work hard to become something, only to abandon what they've achieved once they've reached it. That's because the object of their drive, after years of hard work and sacrifice, proved ultimately hollow. One's pedigree is not enough to sustain a career in a profession without something more and without finding meaning and purpose in what you're doing. We found that meaning and purpose here at Columbia University. We rediscovered it every day when treating patients who didn't have the confidence to pursue their goals and dreams because they were afraid to smile. While it may seem small to some, this time with our patients made a big impact on their lives. For some, it inspired them and gave them confidence, and for others, it relieved pain and discomfort. But for all of our patients, it was a lasting, positive change in their lives, but only if they continue to wear their retainers. Speaking on behalf of my co-residents, I learned so much from each and every one of you, and although some of us are staying in the area and some of us are moving far away, the bond we made here is something that does not see distance. Columbia University has set us on a path of purpose, renewed each day with each new patient that we treat. What will sustain us on this path is the tremendous good that we now can do. Thank you and congratulations to all of us, class of 2019.
I tell our next program director, because I'm a periodontist, he's my favorite program director. Right, Philip? Now to have Philip Chang and Dr. Papapanel come up to present masters and certificates in periodontics. Philip?
Philip asked me to say a few things about the program. He will present the certificates, but before that I want to congratulate the graduates of all programs, and particularly the families. This is an important milestone, as we've heard before. Every June, the family of Columbia alumni becomes richer and larger, and we are all very grateful for that. I want to say just a few words to the graduating class of Perio. Be aware that you have graduated from one of the best programs in the country. We are the oldest program in periodontics. As you know, we offer two different tracks, one that offers clinical education and the other one that is enhanced with a significant portion of original research. And all of you have worked very hard and should be proud of what you have accomplished. So welcome to the periodontics alumni faculty, and we wish you all the best in your career.
Good morning. First of all, to Dr. Barsham, the entire school is going to miss your presence, and you know who's going to miss you the most. So congratulations to the class of 2019 from Postgraduate Periodontics program. We have 7 residents graduating this year. So when your name is announced, please come up to the stage, please. Dr. Al-Mubarak Abdul Rahman, a graduate of King Saud University, and he's the recipient of Tenenbaum Award, and he's going back to Saudi Arabia to begin his career in academia as full-time faculty. Dr. Daniela Gorpegi Abad, a graduate of European University of Madrid, graduating with a Master of Science degree, and I'm trying to keep her here in New York City, so we're working on it. And she was the first official chief resident of the program. Dr. Gilla Lerner Rosenbaum, a graduate of Columbia University College of General Medicine. She's the recipient of Ralph Caslick Award, Kenneth Siegel Award, and Melvin Morris Research Fellowship Award. And she's going to stay in New York City and join a private practice. Dr. Kamonchanok Tangwanichagapong, graduate of Chang University in Thailand, and she's the recipient of Maury Schwartz Award and Appel Excellence in Periodontics Scholarship, and she's going back to Thailand to begin her full-time teaching career. Dr. Jennifer Georgiadis, also known as Katikama. She's a graduate of Columbia University College of General Medicine. She's going to stay in New York and New Jersey and join multiple private practices. Dr. Ryan Price, graduate of Columbia University College of General Medicine, and he's going to stay in the New York area and join his father's periodontal practice in Long Island. Dr. Joshua Schaefer, graduate of University of Pennsylvania, graduating with a certificate in periodontics, and he's going back to LA, where he's originally from, to join multiple private practices. Congratulations to all.
All of us, Abdul, Gila, Mon, Jen, Ryan, Josh, and myself, joined the program 3 years ago with a common goal: to excel in our field and become excellent professionals. It's been a challenge. Failure and success always hand in hand, 2 steps forward and 1 step back, and slowly but steadily aiming to reach that common goal, to excel in our field and become excellent professionals. Mantra that kept pushing us and motivating us to move forward to be able to stand here today. We've all grown as clinicians, as academics, and overall professionals, but mostly we've grown as people, coming a little closer to that best version of ourselves. Today, we graduate, proving not only to ourselves, but to our families, who have supported us in ways that we can only imagine, to our friends and mentors that we are indeed worth it. It's been a challenge that, as of today, we've all overcome. Now the real one starts, life. I can only hope that we all find happiness and pride in our work. This is only the beginning, and we'll keep improving as there's still much to learn. The only thing that is left to say is the biggest thank you. Thank you to our parents, mom and dad, to our partners, fiancés, husbands and wives, siblings and friends. Thank you to all our faculty and mentors, Dr. Chang, Dr. Babapano, Dr. Tano, all of our faculty in general, for your guidance and your support. Thank you to the administration, especially Yolanda and Kelly. Thank you to our front desk, especially Jackie. Thank you to our assistants, both the Julies and Liz. Words are not enough to express our gratitude. We promise to keep trying our best to become excellent professionals and better people. We promise not to lose sight of what's important, our loved ones. And we promise to keep trying to make you proud. Thank you. Congratulations to all the residents, especially to my co-residents and friends, the class of 2019.
If 3 years of orthodontics is way too long to get straight teeth, the program director and chair of prosthodontics tells me that their residents can do it in a matter of weeks or months. Dr. Bittner and Dr. Zemnick, please come up.
Thank you, Dr. Fine. I want to join everybody that has already stand here in the podium to congratulate all the graduates and their families on such an amazing achievement. Now I want to focus on the 4 graduates that we have this year for the postgraduate prosthodontic programs with Master of Science in Prosthodontic. I want to invite them to come up as I call their name. I'm going to start with Dr. Liza Horvath. Liza came to the program after completing her dental degree at our own Columbia University College of Dental Medicine. She's planning to stay in New York to enter private practice and hopefully be part of our program, continuing her history in Columbia University. Next, Dr. Hailene Moran. Hailene graduated from the Dominican Republic and she will be starting soon in July her program in AAGD. Dr. Penny Plansos. Penny came to the program after completing the dental degree at University of Pennsylvania. She's planning on staying in New York to enter private practice as well. And last but not least, Dr. Song Jun Song. Song came to us directly from South Korea and is looking to develop a career in academia teaching prosthodontics. So this is a very, very special class. I know we say this all the time in all graduation, but really this class has achieved so much together. They have raised the bar, representing very well the program and the school at a national and local level. All of them have completed very interesting research projects and presented in different table clinic competitions. Between the 4 of them, they got several recognitions in the past 3 years. They have won 1st and 2nd place in the American College of Prosthodontics New York Section Table Clinic Competition. They got awards at the Northeast Natological Society Table Clinic Competition. 1st place at the American College of Prosthodontics National Meeting Table Clinic Competition. And they also presented in oral presentation at the Northeast Implant Symposium. As you can see, the 4 of them have achieved a lot. This class went really above and beyond, not only to complete the best treatment for their patients, but they set a great example introducing innovative techniques with the use of digital dentistry in the program. Together, they have shown how much more you can get by just being passionate and doing what you love. They have provided a great example to the future classes, and I'm sure they will become future leaders of our specialty. I want to take this opportunity to thank the family members of our graduates. Thank you all for the support for these past years. I want to assure each of these family members that the sacrifices they have made will be worth it, as I'm confident our graduates will enjoy great success in the coming years. Congratulations. I can't wait to see everything that you will accomplish in the future. I'm very proud of you.
Hi everyone, we are the PG Prosthodontics program. You may or may not know us, as more or less we live 24/7 specialty in general. Thank you to our program director, Dr. Bittner, for guiding us through these 3 years and for somehow keeping this wild bunch together. Second, we want to thank our co-residents, who truly helped carry us through this. First and second years, thank you for making this journey fun. Long nights of lab work would have never been done without those perfect playlists and the constant Starbucks runs. In Prost, we truly are a family, and we have all been in this together. To my fellow third years, Sungjin, Aileen, and Penny, what on earth would I have done without you three? It's been a true honor to work beside you all. Lastly, and most importantly, we can't forget to thank our family and friends for your unconditional love and support. You have been the true secret to our success. At a moment like this, we should also look to our future. Columbia gave us a network of friends and associates and a wonderful environment for all of the PG programs to work together. We created relationships of professionalism that will follow us into the working world. Today, let's vow to earn the trust and respect of our future colleagues, as well as our patients. Let's not just be competent, but also conscientious and compassionate in our work. With every year of practice, let's be even better than we were the year before and allow ourselves to be enriched by every person that we care for. Finally, I don't think anyone said it better than Nelson Mandela, who's often quoted at times like these when he said, "It always seems impossible until it is done." Well, apparently, it is done. Congratulations to all of those graduating today. We did it.
Did she describe the Prost lab as a black hole, Dr. Bittner? Just check it. I'll have to tell the dean later on. You know, you hear a lot of people out there shouting and applause for our candidates and for their degrees. And I know, I look out in the face, and many of you are our dental assistants and our clinic staff. And we couldn't run these programs without your commitment to CDM. So I just want to give you a round of applause. The next program director I know was brokenhearted earlier in the week when Golden State finally succumbed to Toronto Raptors. Yeah. I was waiting to tell you that, Mark. Dr. Stohler, as you said, gave the keynote speech. People give me a lot of accolades.
Finishing the first year of our AEGD program, Hamza Al-Ghazali. Daphne Benedict. Maria Bueno Alvarado. Katerina Cespedes. Elizabeth Chavez. Zubia Iftihar. Abdullah Maku. Ken Yunus. Francisco Osorio, who will not be attending today because he's in Italy for a family affair. Reza Perez. Elvin Ramirez. Mariolis Alexandra Amaya. Jennifer Swan. Anne Wetmore. So bringing a new child into the world, and our last, Mary Zakwan.
Okay, I'm gonna start now. Good morning, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Mary Magnani, and I've been a resident in the Advanced Education and General Dentistry program for the past 2 years. We have the largest program at CDM, comprised of 28 residents under the leadership of only 2 full-time and 3 part-time faculty. The first word that comes to mind when I think of my fellow AEGD residents is resilient. As if the actual program wasn't difficult enough, with our challenging patients and extensive treatment plans, together we have experienced more loss, heartbreak, and medical crises than anyone can even imagine. However, we always seem to come back fighting and stronger than ever. When my own medical issues led me to stay in AEGD for a second year, I was able to experience the program with 2 different sets of co-residents. While my first year had some amazing people, shout out to my girls Laura and Ashley, this year's group as a whole was by far superior. There wasn't a day in the clinic where I wouldn't see other residents assisting each other, grabbing supplies, talking through cases, and generally supporting one another. Not to mention that no one can throw a party like we can in AEGD. Every week, the lounge is decked out to celebrate a birthday, baby shower, and we have a lot of those. Or simply a Monday post-clinic wind down featuring Dr. Gaudio's homemade wine and cheese. Dr. Schlenov says that the reason why this year's group is so remarkable is because he handpicked each of us himself. And to be honest, he's absolutely right. But what he doesn't take credit for is the fact that it is because of him that our program became one that so many residents sought out to attend. I could not imagine a better director and mentor to have than Dr. Mark Schlenov. He tirelessly runs around the clinic, giving each of us individual hands-on attention with our usually incredibly large and complex cases. He not only teaches us about how to do dentistry, but prepares us to be a compassionate and competent practitioner in the outside world. It also doesn't hurt that he always has a stash of cookies on hand to combat a bad day. I can honestly say, and I'm sure most would agree, that I'm not only a better dentist, but also a better human under his leadership. We've all fought so hard to get here today, with the decades of schooling, training, application, and pure stamina that it takes to enter the real world in the profession of dentistry. To my co-residents, whether you're staying in AEGD or moving on, I would just like to say I'm proud to have tackled this journey with you. I wish you all the best of luck and cannot wait to see where you go from here. I think we can expect big things from all of us. Congratulations to the class of 2019.
Good morning, everyone. It's been a long journey for many of us as foreign-trained dentists, and not as easy as we might thought it might be. But then again, the best things are never easy. It has been a great challenge for most of us, between finishing dental school in a foreign-trained school, moving to a new country and adjusting. The road to this moment has been full of instances where life can get in the way. Perseverance is everything. We have been blessed with having the opportunity with working with amazing doctors, specifically Dr. Lerner, who we consider our mentor. He always makes us believe that in dentistry, anything is possible. For the last 2 years, I've seen Dr. Schlenov practically every morning before the clinic starts. He is in his office just about to start his morning routine and probably thinking about his day ahead. And then it begins, my 1,000,001 questions. Well, he tells me, Jenny, slow down. The poor guy now knows how my husband feels. But the truth is, the past 2 years at Columbia have been some of the best years of our lives. And we have Dr. Schlenov to thank for. He has a complete open door policy and is always there to teach, give advice, or just to joke around. Dr. Schlenov has a passion for teaching. He is always helping everyone, literally every single person. But the best part is that he encourages you to think outside the box and find a solution. He tried us to try new things and to get more experience and to take a chance. I could not imagine what these past 2 years would have been without him. And I know my co-residents feel the same way. So thank you, Dr. Lerner, from the bottom of our hearts. Although for most of us it might seem as if we've come to the finish line, but this is just the beginning. It's been a long journey, but this is just another milestone on a road filled of milestones. I want to thank my husband, my son, my mom and dad, who's here no longer. My good friend Angela, and all my co-residents, Damaris, Yolanda, all of the faculty. Thank you so much. Congratulations to everybody.
That was a lot of fun. Now we move to much smaller programs. There are New York Presbyterian hospital programs, and it's always a pleasure to start out with Dr. Greg Bunza for general practice residency. Greg, come on up.
When I first started as PTR director, you could not have food delivered into the building. So someone had to go down and pick it up on the first floor. One day I went down to pick up a pizza delivery for a meeting, and I got on the elevator and it was very the lady said we're going to be speaking on behalf of the residents in the program.
Good morning, everyone. It is both my honor and privilege to represent the GPR class of 2019. On behalf of the GPR residents, I would like to thank everyone from staff, residents, and faculty who helped support us throughout this year. First, the oral surgery department, who we've worked closely with. All the attendings who taught us so much.
What is it?
It's Polaroid.
Oh.
Taylor Swift.
Go. You guys going? Good. There you go. Thank you. No, let them go. Hey, Shelby, what's up, bro?
Shelby, come.
เอาเวรกรรมได้น้องมนต์เลยไม่ละ กล้องเธอเป็นไรแป๊บนึงได้ละโอเคแป๊บนึงนะ1 2 3 one picture เอาใหม่one picture 1 2 3โอเคกล้องไม่อยู่เวิร์กต้องใช้โหมดเรานี่แหละโหมดออโต้ถ่ายแล้วแสงด้านหลังไม่ได้เลย
Yes, this is my sister, Julie. Nice to meet you. Oh, wow. Wow.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
Sam, ven para que me tire una foto.
อีกรูปหนึ่ง1 2 3โอเคpicture? 1, 2, 3. One picture. One more. 1, 2, 3. Again, please. One picture. Hello. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay.
Right?
20 to Thailand to make new friends? Yeah, you want to be friends with him? 20 to Thailand to make new friends with him? 20 to Thailand to make new friends with him? 20 to Thailand to make new friends with him? 20 to Thailand to make new friends with him? 20 to Thailand to make new friends with him? 20 to Thailand to make new friends with him? 20 to Thailand to make new friends with him? 20 to Thailand to make new friends with him? 20 to Thailand to make new friends with him? 20 to Thailand to make new friends with him? 20 to Thailand to make new friends with him? 20 to Thailand to make new friends with him? 20 to Thailand to make new friends with him? 20 to Thailand to make new friends with him? 20 to Thailand to make new friends with him? 20 to Thailand to make new friends with him? 20 to Thailand to make new friends with him? 20 to Thailand to make new friends with him? 20 to Thailand to make new friends with him? 20 to Thailand to make new friends with him? 20
ได้ Hello, it's my cameraman.
Cameraman?
Yeah.
Wow, why?
Yes. My English is not good. Sorry, my English is not good. Yeah, one picture. Okay.
Come in here. Okay. There you go. 1, 2, hold it.
Okay, this camera. 1, 2, 3. This camera. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
More? Oh, more.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, that's better. Awesome. All right.
Sorry.
This camera. 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more. 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much.
Who asked me about peas?
Every 5 seconds. Oh no! Look at him every day, not 5 seconds, okay? Thank you.
One more. 1, 2, 3. Okay. One more. 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much.
I'll send you guys picture. I took a video.
He said he has this all the time.
This is so cool.
This all the time.
All the time. Yeah, so we'll send it.
มันกำลังมา
You have to wait. This for us? Thank you. Yeah. I'll put it in my office. Oh, everybody who walks by is like, this is our group. Oh yeah. That's a good idea. So on sign.
Đó. เล็งยากอ่ะช่องเล็งมันอยู่นี่ไงเล็งยาก It's okay?
Where's Ryan?
Oh, very. Because this for zoom here. Yeah, you see? Where's point? But it's eye point.
Oh, okay. No, but it's good.
Yeah.
Good.
Because okay, nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys take a picture.
What?
Where's the rest? Where is them? But this is cool. Mine's not here for Photoshop. Photoshop? Espérate.
1, 2, 3. One more, sorry. 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much.
Let's go. Don't worry about the rest. You guys didn't have fun.
You're the first?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
I will be right here.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Good, guys.
That is like the smallest camera like I've ever
This is camera.
Awesome. Think about it around and close brother, but I'm big. Think about it.
Okay.
No, we'll take it there.
1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much.
Okay, guys, let's take a fun picture. No.
The 4 girls.
Oh, the 4 girls. Yeah. No, you guys come in. Not the same. Stay in the center. I'm going to capture the whole thing. So, Jen. Okay, don't move. Don't move. Don't shake your head. Okay, ready? Don't move.
This picture. This camera. 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more. 1, 2, sorry, 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you so much.
One last one.
This is like a robot.
It's like a Wally. It is like a robot, but it's CGI. It's awesome.
It's good.
I have a 361 waiting.
The camera first. The camera. So everything technology.
I love it. You know,
เอาตรงไหนเอาตรงนี้ไหมกลาง
ตรงนี้สวยกว่างานนี้
ถ้าเราวัดเธอบอกได้นะถ้าวัดไม่บอก
ได้1 2 3 อีกรูปหนึ่งเดี๋ยวแป๊บนะ1 2 3เดี๋ยวแป๊บนึงรอก่อน1 2 3ข้างนอกน่าจะสวยกว่านะจะเอาไหมเอาเลยไหมมันเล็งยากว่ะเอาเนี่ยเล็งยากจังวะอ่ะ
เดี๋ยวไปฉี่ก่อนนะเดี๋ยวมาจะถ่ายไว้แล้วใช่ไหม
ฮะมันยุ่งยากกว่าเธอต้องเอาออก
มาเดี๋ยวเราไปนั่งเป็นเพื่อนแม่
what's on Friday?
I won't call for it มันไม่ต้องสะบัดกันอันนี้รุ่นใหม่ทิ้งไว้เลยเฉยมันขึ้นเองเอาให้มันโดนแสงเยอะๆตากแดด Okay, this camera. Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much. Oh, sorry.
So cute.
Hi.
Congratulations. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy for you.
I'll be back in July. Are you gonna be here until?
Everything? I'll be there's so many of them everywhere. I'm like, I told Mom, now I know why you were taking pictures of you. Yeah, right? Pretty cool. Everywhere. Yeah, I documenting like I wrote my diary. Very important. You want a picture with your
Okay, this camera.
Let's take it.
1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more. Wait. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you so much. One picture? Camera, yeah. Rayo. Kapiti. One, two, three. One more. 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much. รอแป๊บนึงมันยังไม่เข้มเลย
สวยเนาะ
แล้วเดี๋ยวตอนเย็น
10th Street is next, stick a coconut.
ตอนนี้อยู่ไหน
เซ็นทรัลคอร์สเหม็นเที่ยวก็เป็นตรงโซคอมบะโซของบาโซโคแม่จะเหม็นขี้หมาถ่ายวิวด้วยก็ได้ค่ะ
ไม่ได้
แต่คนหลอก
มุมกว้างเห็นวิวทั้งคนทั้งวิวเลยเนี่ย
เขาเปิดเพลงEmpire Stateได้เปิดแล้วจะได้เต้นเลยเนี่ยที่เรามาแรกที่นกมันตกใส่หัวเรานี่แหละ
ดีมาก
แล้วเราก็เลยได้มาหลายๆรอบ
นี่ตรงนี้เลยยืนตรงนี้เลยมาไม่นี่หลังนี่3 คน
สวยเหรอ
เนี่ยวิวมันกว้างดีไปยืนเร็ววิวกว้างมากโอเค1 2 3โอเคเดี๋ยวรอคนนี้วิ่งไปก่อน1 2 3เรียบร้อยมีม้ามานั่งด้วยนู่นต้นถ่ายรูปปะ
เดี๋ยวจะเดินไปฝั่งนู้น
โอเค
อยากไปถ่ายที่โบบิเป็นสะพานแม่เหนื่อยแม่เดินไว้เดินช้าๆแม่เหนื่อยเนี่ยถ้าเกิดร้อนๆอะค่ะจะมีคนใส่ชุดบิกินี่มานอนตรงเนี้ยเต็มเลยอย่าพูดอย่างนั้นเดี๋ยวตากล้องหายวันนี้อากาศไม่ร้อนเลยไม่มีบิกินี่ขอโทษด้วยนะคะนั่นไงเนี่ยคิวนะเดินทางใช่ไหมใช่ไปเดินอันนี้คือมา2 กันนะใช่เป็นสวนสาธารณะไงหล่อที่ใหญ่ที่สุดเซ็นทรัลพาร์คไงเราก็จะเห็นในละครหลายๆในหนังฮอลลีวูดหลายเรื่องแม่เนี่ยคือทั้งเมืองเนี้ยเป็นตึกหมดเลยยกเว้นตรงกลางตรงนี้คือเป็นตึกตรงกลางเราเรียกเซ็นทรัลพาร์คมันมีม้าด้วยมันมีม้าผมสวยไหมคะ
สวยมาก
เราทำการขยายผมเลยม้า
บางคนรับปริญญา
มันก็สะอาดนะแม่ไม่ว่าปริญญา
ไปเช่าสิได้
รอบนึงนี่กี่โล
โอ้ ยเบสิกมาก100 กิโลก็ปั่นมาแล้ว
แต่มันเนินนะเว้ยนะเว้ย
ปั่นขึ้นเขาใหญ่มาแล้ว
เชื่อ
70เอา
เดี๋ยว
ปั่นลงปั่นขึ้นแล้วก็ปั่นลง
เธอปั่นลงอะไรให้วินขับตามอ่ะแล้วเธอก็ปั่นลง
ไม่จริงอ่ะบักต้นน่ะบักไปกับ3 คนบักต้นมันตายแต่ครึ่งทางแล้ว
ขี่ค่ะเสียงเงินจะแบบเดินช้าหน่อยเดินช้า
ไม่อย่าเดินตามเราเพราะเราไปถ่ายวิดีโอ
อันนี้จะสปีดปกติของเราเดินช้ากว่าเรา
นั่งรถม้าไหม
ม้าต้องตายแน่เลยได้เขียนมน
ไม่ใช่แดเนียลอะไรสักอย่างเนี่ย
เป็นใคร
มาเดี๋ยวมานี่ก่อนสักรูปหนึ่งเราไม่ข้ามไปทางนู้นใช่ไหมไม่เป็นไรเดี๋ยวหลบให้มายืนด้วยกัน3 คนเลยดูก่อนได้เดี๋ยวหลบคนให้เธอชิดหน่อยชิดน้องมนหน่อยเธอน่ะชิดน้องมนหน่อยนั่นแหละถูกต้อง1 2 3อีกรูปหนึ่งสวยเลยเอ็นข้าง3 คนเลยเอ็นข้างอ่ะไม่ใช่คนละเธอเอ็นคนละข้าง1มันจะปิดอีกรูปตัวก่อน1 2 3โอเคสวยอีกขออีกรูป1 2 3โอเค
สวยไหมเดินลงปกติก็ได้
ไม่ได้มองไม่เห็น
สวยไหมเนี่ยเห็นไหมเห็นตึกตรงนี้ด้วยถ้าถ่ายรูปก็จะเห็นวันนี้ท้องฟ้าไม่ค่อยใสท้องฟ้ามืด
คนพายเรือเต็มไปหมดเลยนะครับ
เอาตรงไหน
ขึ้นไปไม่ยืนเดี๋ยวไม่ต้องลงไปนะมันเกี่ยวเอาทีละลูกก็ได้เอาตรงนี้ใกล้ๆก่อนมาขอลองดูก่อนไม่เป็นไรยืนตรงนี้แหละได้อยู่1 2เดี๋ยว1 2 3ทำไมฉากหลังขาวแป๊บหนึ่งนะเดี๋ยวลดแสงก่อนฉากหลังขาวก็ต้องลดISO 5,000โอเคเดี๋ยวเอามุมนี้ก่อนนะทำไมเป็นถ่ายมา ลดไอโซแป๊บนึง400ได้ละโอเคตรงนี้แหละสวยเลย1 2 3อีกรูป1 2 3ทำไมไอโซมันขึ้นสูงอธิบายยาวข้างหน้าต้องแก้ที่เมนูอันนี้โหมด AV โอเคเรียกแม่มาถ่ายดิวิวนี้สวยเอาเลยไม่ได้เหรอเดี๋ยวเอาดอกไม้ให้ถือดอกไม้ด้วยเอาช่อไหนดีช่อนี้เลย
ถ่ายเลยรูปหนึ่งมารูปเดียวมาเร็วตามมาถึงนี่แล้ว
วางไว้ครับมองอยู่ไป3 คนนั่นแหละไม่เป็นไรหรอกโอเคขอครึ่งตัวนะแป๊บหนึ่ง1 2 3โอเคอีกรูปหนึ่งครับ1 2 3โอเคแอบมืด
เราสวยไหม
สวยมาก
อ้วนไหมไม่ต้องสะพานไหมไปถ่ายสะพานไหมไม่จะนั่งนิ่งหรอแม่น้องเข้าไป
ป่ะ
เขาอยากจะเทคเซลฟี่วิดีโอ
เชิญถ่ายหมดไม่รู้
สวยสิซูมอีกเธอ
มึงไม่ว่างไม่ทันแล้วกลับมาที่เดิมตรงนี้สวยมาเงยขึ้นมามุมเงยได้มาเร็ว
เงยด้วยกดให้มุมเงย
นั่นกอดน้องมนเอียงทางนี้อีกทางนึงเธอก็เอียงอย่างนั้นไงชิดมาทำไมถ่ายเองใครมาซูมให้เราเนี่ย
ไม่ต้องจีบอ่ะ
โอ้แป๊บนึงนะเอานี้ดีกว่า1 2 3เดี๋ยวมันติดขาเขา1 2 3โอเคอีกรูปหนึ่งไอโซขอสัก500แล้วกันโอเค1 2 3อีกรูปหนึ่งเต็มตัวเมื่อกี้เต็มตัวอันนี้ครึ่งตัวนะทำไมมันถ่ายเองอ่ะโอเคสวยละคนไม่อยู่ละ1 2 3 1 2 3โอเคขออีกรูปหนึ่งเจ้าตึกนี้ด้วยแป๊บนึงทำไมมัน
งามไหมคะ
งามมากลองดูดิขอโดนนี้หน่อยมองมาข้างหน้าเร็ว1 2เดี๋ยวไม่ได้ตึกไม่เห็น1 2 3โอ้ขาขาดเป็นขออีกรูปหนึ่งอันนี้ได้สวยเอาที่หน้าแล้วกัน1 2 3 nice ดีมาก
ไปสะพานไหมไปสะพาน
สะพานต้องไปยืนที่ถนนปะยืนที่ถนนเดินมายืนที่ถนนตรงนี้ยืนตรงนั้นแหละยืนนั่นแหละไม่เอาค่อยๆไปก็ได้ยืนนั่นแหละ1 2 3โอเคอีกรูปหนึ่งน้องมนหันข้างหน่อย1 2 3โอเคสวยปะ
230 up เป็นเท่า
นี่มันมีไอช่องนี้น่าจะถ่ายสวย
มันแงะเข้าไป
ใช่ใช่
นี่คือจะเอาไปลง YouTube หรอคะ
แล้วแต่จะส่งให้ป้าดูไง
แล้วป้ามาเองเลยเนาะ
ใช่
มากับเจ๊เหมียวมันต้นไม้บางก็
บังไหมตรงที่เขานั่งอะสวย
ใช่แต่ว่าเขานั่งอยู่
รอเขาก่อน
สว่างตอนนี้สว่าง
มันต้นไม้ต้นนี้บังไงนั่งนี่นั่งได้
เฮ้ยนี่เห็นข้างหลังด้วยดี
โอเคครับ1 2 3เป็นตัวก่อนนะ1 2 3ทำไมไอ้ทรงมันเป็นโอเค1 2 3มืดฮะ
ไม่มืดแม่ยังไม่ทำอะไรเลยวันนี้นั่งเฉยๆทำไมแม่หมดสภาพแล้ว
ไม่ได้ไม่สวยนี่1 2 3เยี่ยม
ถ่ายเราด้วยสิ
ถ่าย
ไม่
เอากล้องมาสิ
ไม่ใช่ไม่ถึงให้ถ่ายตอนเราถ่ายอันนี้จะถ่ายอันนี้ถ่ายข้างหลังอ่ะถ่ายไปถ่ายข้างหลังแล้วก็ถ่ายตอนที่เราถ่ายอันนี้
โอเค
Pero mira, que comemos aquí un bocatita con agua.
เรียบร้อย
Comemos algo ahora aquí.
โอเคไหมก็ทำไมมูมาทางนี้โอนถึงเองโอนถึงเองเราเข้าใจว่าร้านอยู่ฝั่งนี้อะไร
ระหว่างหาทางไปร้านอาหารชื่อศาลาไทยเข้าเมืองแล้วฝนตกนิวยอร์ก